The one thing that's practicing being confident when there is no one else in the room to confirm that you should be. Hey Kayphoria crew, and how are you today? What is going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Casey, also known as Kayphoria, also known as the Positivity Fairy. I am a fashion week designer and a fashion guru. I do a little travel endeavors here and there. If that is your style, definitely subscribe to this channel and you will not miss a beat. We're just gonna get right into it. I have been starting a new series called Fairy Mode with Kay. We are on episode 3. So come. We are gonna get right into it. Come sit with me. I'm glad that you're here today because I just want to talk to you about something that I don't think gets enough airtime. I don't know. That is the version that nobody sees, right? The one thing that's doing the work in private. The one thing that's practicing being confident when there is no one else in the room to confirm that you should be. That's who we're talking about today. The version of you that no one claps for. I'm here to clap for you, girl. I'm here to clap for you. I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I'm starting with the Road Glazed Milk. Put this all over my face. I'm also not gonna do my brows because I got my brows threaded and I just came back from vacation. I'm also going in with this YSL primer. It's a blurring primer. It's really good and it makes my makeup just feel flawless. It just glides amazingly. I'm going in with my Dior foundation Skin Perfect in the shade 4.5. So let me ask you real quick. When was the last time that you did something just for you? Not for the gram, not for a reaction, not just because someone was watching or waiting to see what you do, but just for you. Because I think that we've gotten so used to building in public, showing our progress, documenting our glow-ups, which isn't a bad thing. Sharing your wins, yes, like I said, not a bad thing. But it feels like we forgot we need to clap for ourselves for putting in that real work. Feel like it happens in private. I started Kayphoria X in 2019, and for a long time nobody was clapping. I was in college at Tuskegee selling headbands, scrunchies, lip glosses out of my little organizers that I had in college, and it wasn't on the runway. I was doing pop-ups on campus and I wasn't at the Met Gala. I wasn't getting press. I was just a girl who knew that she had something and had to keep showing up for herself even when the room was empty. Oh, I did not turn on the light. I just turned on my light. And here's what I learned in all of those years that nobody filmed. Confidence is not something that gets handed to you when you finally make it. Confidence is what you build in private so that when you go into the room, it does fill up. You already know who you are inside that room. Confidence is not a reward for success. It is the practice that makes the success possible. Think about that. I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer under. Ooh, that's a little light for the tan that I got. We're waiting to feel confident until we lose weight, until we get the job, until we move to a new city, until that business takes off, until someone finally sees us and says, yes, you are enough. And I'm here to tell you that if you keep waiting for external confirmation to feel internally solid, you'll be waiting forever. My favorite bronzer from Chanel. I want to tell you about a specific season in my life after I graduated. I got so caught up in runway shows and events and building this public persona as a designer and a creative. I felt a little lost in the thread of the actual brand of what I was creating. I was performing Confidence at New York Fashion Week, but then I came home and it was just me and my laptop. I didn't always feel like her. The girl to show up at the shows, the girls at the desk, they weren't the same person. And that disconnect, that is what happens when you build confidence for an audience instead of yourself. Because the audience leaves, the event ends, the cameras turn off, and then it's just you. And the question is, who are you when it's just you? So I want to give you guys some practical lessons because I just think we can sit in theory all day. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel loose powder. This powder is amazing. Here's what building confidence actually looks like in private. It looks like keeping the promise that you made for yourself even when no one knows that you broke it. That workout that you did at 6 a.m. when no one was watching, that boundary that you held even though the other person never knew how hard it was. The business you kept building on days when your analytics were dead and your energy was low and nobody was reposting your content. Oh, look at that. Did you guys see that? That just blurred completely. I love this powder so much. When the girlies told me about the Chanel Loose Leaf powder, ooh, that changed the game for me. This is the version that no one claps for. This is the version where you see you are the whole foundation. Here's what I know about confidence now that I didn't know when I was 21. Public confidence is just private confidence, but with an audience. That's it. The woman who walks into the room and owns it, she practiced the walk while she was alone. Woman who speaks up in a meeting and doesn't shrink. She argued with herself in the mirror until she believed her own point. The woman who sets a boundary without apologizing. She probably rehearsed that conversation in the shower 100 times. Maybe not, but none of this happens for the first time in public. And I think the reason so many of us struggle with confidence in public is because we skipped the private practice. We want to debut a fully formed version of ourselves. We want to arrive as a confident woman or man without doing the private work of becoming that person. And it doesn't work like that. You have to be willing to work in progress in the room when there's no one who can see you. I'm in with an Urban Decay palette to just add some definition to my eyes because I feel like when I add that definition to this whole look that's snatched, it just looks a little different. You have to be willing to mess up and try again. Talk to yourself, encourage yourself, believe in yourself. You know, before anyone else does. Can I be honest with you about something? There are still days when I get ready for an event, I'm doing my makeup, I'm getting into the look, and somewhere in the middle of it, I have to give myself a whole pep talk. And not because I'm not confident, but because the confident is not a state that you arrive at and stay in forever. It's practice. It's something you return to. It's a choice that you make, sometimes daily, sometimes hourly. And the reason I can give myself that pep talk and mean it is because I've been having that conversation with myself for years. Even in private, when there's no one watching, when there's no one that's gonna clap for me. Ooh, yes, girl. The definition was needed. Yeah, that's cute. I'm going in with a little neutral color. So the color that I used was Endless Party, and the color that I'm going to use on top of my lid in the inner corner is just going to be Vibing. I'm going to be going in with this blush, this Chic and Lamb blush that I got as a collab. I love this. Wow. I want you to think about one thing that you've been waiting for external validation on, and one area of your life where you keep looking around to see if anyone else is going to confirm that you're doing okay. That's the area where you need to learn to start building in private. I'm also gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just gonna put a powder on so it could just stay in place where the blush is, but and also add, like, I feel like it's a very vibrant, so I'm gonna kind of settle it a little bit with this. Let's see how it goes. I want you to acknowledge something before we close. Foundation on. One area of your life where you keep looking around to see if anyone else is going to confirm that you're doing it. That's the area where you need to start building in private.
Stop waiting for the clap.
Just stop. Start building the thing that makes you want to clap for yourself. I'm also going in with this L'Oreal Extensionist Lash Mascara. Period. Start building the thing that makes you want to start clapping for yourself, because when you learn to be your own audience, everyone else is just a bonus. Now, I want to acknowledge something before we close off, you guys. Building in private is lonely sometimes. I'm not just going to pretend that it isn't. There are seasons where you're doing everything right and no one sees it. You're grinding, you're glowing, you're becoming. I love this palette so much that I'm going to go in with this highlight right here and just add a little bit. Ooh, that's pigmented. And the room is still not empty from that. Those seasons are not punishment. Those seasons are preparation. The private work is what makes you unshakable when the public word and the public work gets out. Because I know in your bones you feel the foundation is real, but you built it yourself in the quiet when no one was looking. And that no one can take away from you. So here's what I want you to take today. Find one thing in the week, just one, that you do entirely for yourself. No documentation, no story, no post, just you doing the thing because you said you would. Because that version of you, the private one, the unclapped one, she deserves to be shown up for. She's not rehearsal, she's the real thing. Okay, you guys, I am going in with I was thinking of doing my lips, but I've been using my Edam and it stayed on the entire time. I love products that actually work and help. I'm going in with the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Party All Nights. This is going to be the version that nobody claps for. This is the version that holds everything together. Honor her. Or him. Fairy mode with K for today, but come back next week because we're gonna talk about something I know a lot of us are guilty of. Waiting to feel ready. And baby, she just started. I'll see you then next time, you guys. Thank you for watching.